with Utah bringing in another stud shooting guard in terms of minority owner Dwayne Wade, who has had his own dealings with the NBA and plenty of times, and gripes with his team and plenty of times as well and stuff, and found his way to fight through it, and for the most part stayed with one team. I think it's definitely helpful for Utah's case for Dwayne Wade to reach out to Spida and talk to him about this. But I mean, even Dwayne Wade saying, that there's something to be concerned about. But Mitchell himself has not come out and said, "Get me out of here." At least not yet.
I mean, I'd be careful with the Dwayne Wade stuff too. He could be a double agent, right? He could be recruiting him to Miami.
Get that man sent down to Heat or Chicago, where he's from.
Like, I know he's like you said, a minority owner, partner, whatever he is with the Jazz, but it's still a Miami guy. Like, I don't know. I feel like he probably wants the Heat to succeed more than he does the Jazz, because he's not, like, he's he's just the owner, right? Or not the owner, but
he's a minority owner.
Yeah. Same thing with like the Shaq and the Kings. Do I think the Kings are Shaq's favorite NBA team? No, I don't. Do I think the Jazz are Dwayne Wade's favorite NBA team? No, I don't. And I think he'd be more inclined to help, to help the guy like Spo or Pat Riley or something than he would this team that he just has, part of a stake in. And I think that's something that, if you're a conspiracy theorist, you might actually be concerned about, because Donovan Mitchell, grew up looking up to Dwayne Wade. And at least from what I've heard, on like TV shows and stuff, I don't have any sources. I don't want to word that properly. Right. They're pretty close. Like, they have a good relationship. Dwayne Wade's taking Donovan Mitchell, under his wing. And I don't know. I'd be a little bit concerned that he's trying to push him away.
See Mitchell just showing up at games, just happen to be wearing black and red suits, and
that's right, like the like Anthony Davis with the "That's All Folks" shirt.
Yep. Well, it definitely puts some question marks in there, especially trying to figure out how you get around the fact that he is a max cap guy. Now, last year he got hurt against the Clippers, right? That's why they blew that 2-0 series lead. I'm almost positive. Didn't Spider get hurt in the playoffs last year? Because the Jazz had a 2-0 series lead on the Clippers in the Western semis and then blew it. And I believe Mitchell being hurt was part of the reason they blew it. I could just be making that up. That could just be in my head. But I could have sworn he got hurt last year in the playoffs, and that led to the Jazz crumbling after having a 2-0 series lead on the Clippers.
It does look like he hurt his ankle, but it looks like he returned. Now, that's not saying he was 100%. Right. But he did get hurt in the game, and he returned. So maybe a hampered Mitchell.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, he wasn't 100%, so he wasn't going to be able to attack the same way. Not going to be able to use his speed to his advantage. And, your jumper suffers from it as well. You're not getting the same lift, the same comfort in your jump shot when your ankle ain't working right. So that definitely played a factor. But that was just the last and the latest of crumblings by the Jazz in the postseason. So it's definitely something that Mitchell might be tired of doing is, we've had great.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what?